Good day, everyone. This is Kevin Alft, CEO of Action Coach Texas, Action Coach of DFW, for another business spotlight, and where it is that successful entrepreneurs are sharing with others their secrets to success, lessons learned, and best practices. So today we got Charlie Tian with GuruFocus. Charlie, you've been in business for coming up on 2 decades, 20 years. Well done. Please build us a little bit of runway about you and your business.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't get the question.
Oh, so just give us a little bit of background on you and your business.
Oh, okay. I came to the US in 1998. I was a physicist. I came actually with a physics PhD and working at Texas A&M for 2 years. And then I came to Dallas area working for a company in Richardson called the Fujitsu Network Communications, which is based in Richardson. I was a scientist in the company. I'm working on fiber optics and optical communication technologies. But then we know that the dot-com bubble burst. The company was laying off people, lots of people. The group I was working in first, we had 16 people. And in 2001, after 9/11, only 2 people stayed, and 14 of them were let go. And I was one of them. I was one of them that stayed. Then I was transferred to another group, and we had 19 people. But then by the time of 2003, and middle of 2003, we had only 5 people working in the group. And I was one of them. I was very lucky. I was their best scientist. So they always kept me. But I was always stressed. I was actually very, it's worse than stressed. And I always worried because there's a possibility that the company may shut the entire group down. And it's a Japanese company. The parent company even was considering to shut the entire company down. So, and I saw that I cannot do this. I need to work for myself. I need to start my own business. Although I loved physics, I loved the technology. So, and then I was reading lots of books on investing because I lost money during the dot-com bubble. I was reading a lot of Warren Buffett. Yeah, reading lots of Warren Buffett, Peter Lynch, and I was looking at their portfolios and read their shareholder letters to see what their view on the market. And especially when I was picking stocks, I saw that why don't I just look what Warren Buffett is buying? Then I pick stock from what they're doing, right? And they are investment gurus. So I thought I'm following gurus. And in actually December of 2004, Christmas Day of 2004. And suddenly I got this idea. I said, I've been doing this offline. Why don't I put this online? I put it online. I call it website GuruFocus because we focus on gurus. I focus on gurus. And I actually didn't learn much about programming, but I started to learn programming myself immediately. And learning programming, collecting data, writing articles all by myself. The website actually was launched 3 days after I had that idea. And it was amateur design. Everything was very amateur. The technology was not as good as these days. Sure. But I put it online, it immediately attracted people coming. And I remember I put some Google ads in. I started to make money on the first day. That was amazing. That was very exciting. I didn't make much money, but I remember a few dollars a day. But it was exciting. And the first year, I remember, first whole year, I was making maybe, by the end of the year, I was making maybe $1,000 a month. And I thought, oh, this is working. Although my salary was much higher, but I thought, if I can make half of my salary with this, I'd rather quit my job. But actually, that was the first entire whole year was 2005. But then by 2007, the website attracted lots of visitors. They give me suggestions. and they even donate money to me. And I saw that why don't I start a membership? If I start a membership, I charge $249 a year. And if I can sell 1,000 members, sell 1,000 subscribers, and it will be $250,000, and it's $250,000 a year. And then I can quit my job. I sold 1,000 subscribers in 10 months. So I quit my job in October 2007. I started the membership in January 2007 and quit the job in October 2007. And that was the journey. It was the beginning of the journey.
So you're an entrepreneur who started your business while you're still fully employed, and you built it to the point where finally you could see it would sustain you going forward, and then you keep building it from there.
Yeah. The good thing was that starting website, running website, the cost was so low. And I was doing everything myself. I remember initially my cost was only $7 a month, the server cost. And I was doing everything, programming, learning programming, writing articles, talking to users, and also do some marketing myself. And I was doing everything, collecting data. That's a big part too. I didn't sleep much. I was still working full time. And every day I would get up at 4 a.m., start writing code, writing articles, collecting data. Then until 8 a.m., I eat breakfast and go to work. And then after 5, I come back home, start working again. I loved holidays and the weekends because I can concentrate on my work. I can work unstop without stop. So I worked really hard. I worked very, very long hours for quite a few years. But it worked out.
So for the listeners today, what service does GuruFocus provide to the marketplace?
GuruFocus, these days we provide a lot of data that's required for the fundamental research of the companies, the stocks, actually. We provide, for instance, we provide the 30 years of financial data of any public traded companies. And with this data, we come up with the ranking of the business, the valuation of the stocks, and also we created the screening tool. If you know what kind of stocks you're looking for, with our screening tool, it has unlimited number of ways to screen. And you can find out the stock you want. But overall, we still focus on the fundamental side of research. We provide the fundamental of data and the valuation. Everything is based on the fundamental part of the aspects of investing. And if our subscribers usually use it to screen for the stocks that they want to, and also to research the stocks they're interested, and also they found that they save lots of time. They can avoid lots of mistakes with our tools, and also they can get the ideas they may not be able to get without our website.
Yeah. Very good. So with that in mind, what do you attribute your company's growth to?
I think there are a few things. One is we focus on content. I always focus on content on the website. The contents are including the data. The data we have, the articles, research articles we have, the tools we develop, like screening tools, charting tools, and we also come up with certain model portfolios based on our tools, which have been working really well. For instance, one of our model portfolios, it has history of 17 years, and it outperformed the market SP 500 in 14 years out of the 17 years. Have been working well. So that's one thing. We focus on content. I always thought that if I have a certain budget, I spend it on either content or marketing. I will spend it on contents because with contents, it always be there. And with marketing, if you don't have enough contents, you spend money on marketing, people come, they will just leave because you don't have enough good content. So I focus on contents. That's one important thing. Second is I hire the right people, and I am fortunate enough over all these years. I hired some pretty good people, and my first and my third employees are still working with me. They all have been with the company for more than 10 years, and they are better than me on lots of things. So they and I think I hired the right people. That's a very important part. And third is the customers, the subscribers. We we try to make the website as easy as possible to use it, for them to use it. And Jeff Bezos said that his quote inspired me very much. Is that he said that the best customer service is that you don't need customer service. It's just there. They don't need to call you. They don't need to talk to you. It just works. So the best customer service is that you don't need customer service. So that's it's my goal, and we're always trying to go to that. They're trying to go to that direction, and it's my goal. And there are still lots of things to do. But whenever we found that a few customers are requesting the same thing, we always go there and solve the problem. So they won't know, they don't need to request on that kind of thing anymore. So that's the way we do the customer service.
You're being proactive about providing that which is your trending is needed by the marketplace.
Yeah, so we don't really add more customer service people. That's not the way to go. The way to go is to reduce needs for customer service.
Yeah, that's a great quote from Jeff Bezos. Best
Yeah.
customer service is customer service not needed, meaning
Right.
that your operations take such good care of the clients, there's no need to go to customer service.
Right, everyone's happy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great mindset. For those who are listening to this one, think about how you can instill that mindset in your organization. Instead of customer service being the backstop, say, well, customer service will catch that. No, how do you prevent it from you ever needing customer service?
Right, right.
Ops group takes care of it. Well
Yeah.
said. Appreciate that, Charlie.
Thank you.
If you had to go back to square one 20 years ago, what would you do differently, Charlie? What would you do differently?
That's a very good question. Actually, I thought about that. I think that first thing that I'll hire early. And in my earlier years, I have a scientist background. I came to the U.S. Didn't wasn't very long ago. I came to the U.S. I came in 1998. So I was in the U.S. for only like 7 years, and I was scared. I didn't know how to hire people. I was scared of managing people, and I think there's lots of things that's complex. And now, of course, with what I know now, I would hire early. I would hire much early. I didn't hire until maybe the sixth year. And I have been always doing everything myself. And I were working long hours, very hard, never go to vacation, things like that. Even I go to vacation, I have to bring my computer to. So I will hire early. That's one thing. Second thing is I will now my long-term employees, the two employees I mentioned, the first one and the third one, they are my partners also now. They own shares in the companies now also, and I will do this early also, give them options to become shareholders earlier. And I think that's really a way to align the interest to motivate them, and also to reduce my own uh, hard part of the work so that I can focus, I can think long term, think more about long term, and think more about the different other aspects of business. So I don't have to focus on the technology part. And that's two things I would do differently. And it's also something I told my son. My son started his own business 3 years ago, and
Yes.
and have four employees now, hired four people. That's what I told him. Hire more and give them the benefit of being a shareholder, and it's only help you. It will only help you. Of course, you need to find the right people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So speaking of that, you talk about people. What have been your biggest learnings as an employer since you
I
began your
think,
business?
yeah, I think the biggest learning is still about people, about people. Lots of other things are easy, and you can deal with it relatively easily. And hiring is the most important thing. And I, for many, when I started hire, and I told myself I will be an employer that will never fire people. I want to be an employer that will never fire people. That I was inspired by the founder of Southwest Airlines. His name is I forgot his name. Southwest Airline founder. So that we will never fire people. That's what I want to be. I will be an employer that will never fire people. I want to be. But the first 10 years, actually, I never fired anyone. But then we got some people who just cannot learn. I always give him opportunities, and who just doesn't improve, does not learn, and as and I have to let him go. And also we have people who is not a team player, very hard to communicate. It's So that I had to do that. I didn't feel good about that at all. But I think the hiring is the most important part of the business.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hiring and then onboarding as well, how to become productive.
yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's a bit further about employees. What type of attributes, you mentioned a little bit, what attributes do you look for as you hire staff?
And I think I want to hire the people we want to hire must be self-motivated. That's very important because um, the difference I observed that for self-motivated employees, they will come up ideas to you. They will come to you, tell you that I have an idea that can improve the product, that can help us to grow. They'll come proactively, tell you, not just doing what you tell them to do. The self-motivated part is so important. And yeah, I can observe very much the difference between different people. Some will always come to you with new ideas, and then you will discuss with them. And some will work out very well some new ideas, and because they have more the good employees, they have more knowledge on certain aspects than me, than anyone else in the company, and it's really useful to the growth, helpful to the growth. That's one most important part, self-motivated. And second is willing to learn. No one has all the knowledge to any job. So they are willing to learn, especially they're willing to learn new technologies. And uh, they are willing to learn the new things. For instance, now the artificial intelligence, AI, is coming. And we have employees, they will learn AI by themselves. Then they use the idea of AI to help the company to grow and come up with some new ideas that can be applied to our business. to grow our business. And that's something I will never be able to do by myself. And because although I heard the AI all the time, but I didn't really go there to learn how it works. And we have employees, at least two of them, they went there to learn about the AI, how to use them, and they applied it to our company, to our business, and we can clearly see the difference. So they are willing to learn. Third is their team player. Being a team player is really important. And we had employees who are, I mentioned it a little bit, and she's just so hard to communicate and easily get irritated. And so it's hard. It's hard if we have this kind of employees. You need to be a team player, willing to work with others because all the work, for all the work we have, there are lots of collaborations between different teams, between different people. That's very important.
Very true. Three great points. Self-motivated, willing to learn, be team players.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. So shifting back to you as the owner, how do you balance your personal life with the needs and wants of the business demands?
That's a good question. And earlier years, I definitely didn't have that balance. I didn't have the luxury to have that balance. But then I hired people, and I trust them, and they are really doing good work. So I remember a gentleman called Bennett Halsberg. He was the owner of Halsberg Diamonds. If you know the Halsberg Diamond store in the mall, he was the owner of those chain. It's a chain diamonds. The company was bought by Warren Buffett. I met him maybe about 15 years ago, I think. And he told me one thing. He said that once you hire the right people, you just get out of their way, let them do the work.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it takes time to reach there, but I'm glad that I reached there. And these days, the company and actually the daily development work are managed by my employees, by the people who have been working with me long time. They're also minor shareholder of the company, and I trust them. I have full trust to them, so they are managing the daily work, and I can be much more relaxed and thinking of something else. As I have more spare time now. I ran a marathon last year, Dallas half marathon last year, and I sometimes play golf and go to gym. So it's much better than before. And I can also think more about something else. I started an ETF 2 years ago uh, with a ticker of GFGF. That's because I have more time now, so I can start something else. I work hard on that now. So that's I think it's all come from hiring the right people. So the become balancing of life and work becomes possible.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They really do. So last question is, what are some of the common misconceptions around running a business?
Running a business, actually, it's people from looking from outside, they always think that you need to watch the employees. They thought especially for the company like our size, it's small. It's a small company, and we don't have the system of big corporations, and everyone's close to each other. And for my company, I don't allow people to work from home. They have to come to office to work. But the reason is not because I want to watch them. The reason is because I think communication is so important. And if they work from home, it's hard for to have good communications. And so the other people from outside thought that you need to watch employees. No, you don't. You trust them. You give them work to do, but you need to keep the communication channel open as smooth as possible. And second thing, I think that people usually say that, oh, you can set your own hours, you can work anytime you want. That's not true. And you actually work all the time. You don't have the freedom because you follow the customer's schedule more. But again, when you have the right people, right team working with you, and you will have more luxury of setting your own time. So the key still is how people hire the right people to me. And motivate them. And the way to motivate them is trust them. First, trust them. Second is to help them to realize the American dream. Everyone has an American dream. Everyone wants to be financially free, achieve financial freedom over time. So you need to trust them, but also give them ways to realize their own American dream and to help them to achieve the financial freedom they want. You need to give them paths for that. So that's something I think I learned.
Well said.
Thank you.
Too many businesses don't sit down and invest the time with the team members saying, what's your path? What do you want life to become for you? How might your affiliation with us get you on that journey, both personally and professionally?
Yeah, you need to pay them well because everyone want to live a good life. We need to help them to achieve this good life.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, they help us to make the company successful.
Yes. Yes. Very symbiotic between the employer and team members. Very symbiotic. All right. Well, thank you very much, Charlie. You provide great insight to the owners who chose to learn from you. And thank you for contributing to the success of business owners across all of Texas. So,
thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you for the opportunity. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
you're welcome. Again, thank you.